Alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalam ala rasulillah wa ala alihi wa ashabihi wa man wala. Amma ba'du. Then we are starting out our first verb from form 8 in the Sahih Salim form, and it means to move away, the jither. You see here, to move away, or to distance oneself. The jither is ba, dal, ayn, like the word ba'id. I wrote it backwards. Ba, ayn, dal. Asif. Let me fix that. Ba, ayn, dal, like the word ba'id. And as we said, this is form 8. So let's figure out how we do this, inshallah ta'ala. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to have an alif similar to what we had in form 7. And in between our first and second radical, we're going to put a ta. We're going to put a ta. So we have our ba, and then a ta, and then a da. A ba, a ta, a ayn, and a dal. Ibta'ada. Right? So we're going to take, I'll give you another one just as an example that we'll do tomorrow. We have ba, sin, meen. In between the ba and the sin, we'll put a ta, we'll put an alif in front of it. So we'll say ibtasama. Right? We have another one here, ayn, meen, dal. Between the ayn and the meen, we'll put a ta, and before that we will put an alif. So i'tamada. Ibtasama. And one more, we have the word ayn, dal, ra. We'll put a ta in between the ayn and the dal, and the alif before that. I'tadara. Anyway, that's how we form the past tense. Right? We have ibta'ada. You want to make that dual, you add the alif al-ithnain. Ibta'ada, meaning those two moved away. Ibta'adu, meaning they moved away or they distanced themselves. Ibta'adu. Ibta'adat. That was kind of a weird. Ibta'adat. Ibta'adata. And ibta'adna. Ibta'adna. Ibta'adta, you moved away or distanced yourself, to a male. Ibta'adtuma, you too. One more. There we go. Looks a little nicer. Ibta'adtuma. Ibta'adtum. Ibta'adti. ابتعدتما ابتعدتن. ابتعدت, I moved away. ابتعدت, write that right. ابتعدنا. And these are the same. ابتعدنا. That is your fi'l madi, your past tense. Now what happens to the future? How do we, or the present tense, future tense, how do we get that? We replace our alif with a present tense letter and a fatha, right? And again, our second radical will take a kasra, just like in form 7. So we'll say yabta'idu. Yabta'idu. Just to give some examples of the other ones that we went over, we would say yabtasimu. Yabtasimu. Ya'tamidu. Ya'tamidu. Ya'tadhiru. And we'll go over these verbs themselves, but I'm just giving an example of how it would work. All right? Sorry about that. Just giving an example of how it would work. So yabta'idu. You want to come here to the dual. Yabta'idani. Yabta'idani. يبتعدان. يبتعدون. تبتعد. تبتعد. تبتعدان. Man, my pen is acting up. تبتعدان. يبتعدنا. 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 تبتعد. To a male, you are moving away. تبتعدان. You too are moving away. تبتعدون. You group of people moving away, distancing yourselves. تبتعدون. And the translation of these is difficult. Words need a context. Words need a context, you know. تبتعدين. تبتعدين. تبتعدان. تبتعدن. ابتعدوا نبتعد نبتعد. طيب, these right now are marfu'. They're marfu' with a dhamma, or they are marfu' with a thubut noon, with the existence or the presence of the noon. And these two here are considered mabni. They never ever change. If I were to put an, lan, idin, or k in front of any of these, except these two, you could put them in front, but they won't change. The rest of them, they will change. The dhammas would become fathas, and we would drop the noon. So now they would be considered mansoob with a fatha, or bi hadafi noon, by dropping the noon. If I were to put lam or la an-nahiya, or in front of them, right, then they would become majzoom with sukoon. The dhammas would become sukoons, or by dropping the noon. So they become majzoom bis-sukoon or majzoom bi hadafi noon. Except, as we said, these two, they're mabni. They never ever change. That noon and niswa makes it mabni, and so it never ever changes. That's your fi'l mudari'. Your past tense verb, your fi'l amr, your command, they are only to deal with the second person. They're not dealing with third person or first person, as always. So what did we have? We had tabta'idu, right? Tabta'idu. We're going to change first. We're going to get rid of our present tense letter, and we're going to put our sukoon on there instead of a dhamma, right? And then our ba has a sukoon, so we need an alif in front of it. So we say ibta'id. Get away, move away. Ibta'id, ibta'ida. Ibta'idu. Stay away from bid'ah. Ibta'idu min al-bid'ah. Ibta'idi. Ibta'ida. Ibta'idna. Telling a group of women to move away. Right? Now, for our nouns here, the one who moves away, mubta'id. Mubta'idun. The maf'ul, the thing that you're moving away from, mubta'adun. Or it moved away, mubta'adun. And the fi'l, or the masdar, the action of the verbal noun, like moving away from something here, is considered a noun. Ibti'adun. 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 Just like ibtisamun, i'timadun, i'tidarun, which we'll go over inshallah ta'ala, as well as a couple more. This is our first Form 8 verb. Hopefully it's not too difficult. Hopefully it's being understood, and if not quite yet, then we will do 5 more, and by then inshallah it will become clear. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.